Quit playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
Yep, we about to take a little trip down to what we're about to call the examination room. Basically, we're gonna examine why things may be the way they are for some people. Now, I'm gonna play the role as the attorney, whether it be the prosecuting or the defense. I'm also gonna state this as well as a disclaimer. The word I'm not using the word attorney because I do not practice law. I am not able to practice law. This is for a comedic or moderating purpose to where I'm stating my claim and hopefully be able to successfully de- establish my claim. So what we have here, GoFundMe. No, nothing wrong with that. Look at all the hashtags. Okay, I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. But now let's get ready to get to the meat of it. And throughout the course of this, I mean, we're just gonna make it easy. Throughout the course,
I'm gonna ask you some real simple questions and I want some real simple answers.
yep, that's my job as the attorney. Now we're gonna start, okay, so we see the flag, so we know that this person is a part of the Colorful Coalition. We can see by the flag in the background. Obviously, the hashtags were also a dead giveaway. Now let's look at this. See, we're gonna look at this part like it's a resume. All right, all right. See, I'm about to sound all twisted up my damn self. It's called cotton. It's called Cottonmouth. All right. After 3 weeks of trying to get back on my feet, I'm sad to say all my effort has been in vain. Man, the grammar police is on its way to your page. Yeah, I said it. The grammar police. Okay, so we have three. Yes, the number three. I know. Typically when you do sentences, anything that's less than 10, you typically supposed to write the number. I mean, that's where we messed up right there. It said, I'm going to look at this like it's a resume. And it said, this time, and I'm basically the prosecutor. And then I'm sad. Like, really? You even put it in lowercase I. I mean, yes, we're going to be petty, but we're all of this is going to prove the point that I'm going to make of why people really will not take this person very seriously. Lowercase I. I mean, I. It's a capital letter. I mean, it kind of shows confidence. Apparently, you might be lacking that, or you might be a part of the four-letter community and is not the colorful coalition. It's another It's another. It involves leather. And then M vein. I think you were looking for in vein. And then you spelled vein wrong. You're spelling vein like in the terms of a wind vein, where it's supposed to be VAIN. Vanity. The thing that I've seen from some of your other videos, you try to play it, or we're actually going to change that. Not vanity. You're kind of trying to play the victim. And we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that here. We're going to, as said, examine everything as it is on the table. If I miss a couple of things, well, that's what it is. I guess it's going to be a learning lesson for me as well, as we pick apart everything to show why I'm standing on my case. But before we do that, in case anybody has a problem with it, fair use, fair use, fair use.
Now you see now, you know fucked up, you know that.
Yeah, we already started. If every subscriber donates $1 plus 2,000 subscribers equals $2,000, dude, dude, you can't even form proper sentences, and you're expecting people to listen to this thing that some would think is a proposal? Really? I'll be able to keep taking care of my wife. Oh, so it becomes an I thing after you're asking people for $2,000. Now, so it'll be an I thing when when you're asking people for money. But then you probably be the type that would turn around and say, "This is for everybody of BIPOC. Yeah, we stand together." And this is what's gonna happen after that. Who is we? Now let's scroll down just a little bit more. Don't care about your GoFundMe and all of that. This channel is about promoting positive vibes while hanging out with me during. See, that sounds so southern right there. During my live streams when I am on. We don't tolerate bullying and hate. No, we're gonna do this as professional as possible. So if you call what this is being bullying or hate, then what do you think about you trying to get a job? It ain't gonna be strawberry shortcake, dude. Get over it. A little about me. I am a T who is a Christian. I have been on this since there's this little thing. There's this little thing. It's called spell check. Because really, I can't take you seriously. And I'm proving it everywhere I'm stopping. Like since SINSE. Like you got the proper tense for August 2025, but the spelling, where you at? It said spell check is your best friend. Because who are you really trying to sell with this? I am a T who is a Christian. I have been on this since, yeah, it said I. Help me, help me, help me, help me. Now let's get back to this. And I have been teasing and started crossing the bridge at age. I am. Then you got run on sentence, dude. How do you expect people to take you seriously? You have run on sentences and you're trying to advertise.
Boy, if you don't get the fuck out my face.
I am fully aware that I am born a male and accept that God made me perfect. I just choose to be who I want to be. Okay, that might be something that makes a little bit of sense, but as said, it's this thing, run on sentence. It said you're not convincing, but so many people. And it said I'm looking at this like this is a job interview. When am I live streaming? Okay, that's probably one of the better sentences. In the billiard room? Hold on. Oh. Wait, wait, wait. We about to throw a flag on the play. You get to record in a billiard room while people have less than that, and you want people to contribute $2,000 so you can record in a billiard room to where me and some of the fellas could shoot pool, burn a couple L's. Well, they can have some of the yak. I'ma still have the L's.
Lord, gee, well, you know what? I'm tired of your presence. Dismissed.
This is painful enough to where, I really want to skate out on this, but let's continue as much as possible. As far as the political point, I said I'm not caring, so I'm not this or that. Okay, yeah, the term that we say, two wings attached to the term learned, two wings attached to the same buzzard. I I am a little bit. I'm a little bit of both. Weird, right? No, it really isn't. You're saying that you being a liberal and a conservative is such a flex. It really isn't. You're allowed to have some liberal views. Like, homeless vets. I would probably sooner say that's more of a liberal view. And then you're allowed to have more conservative views, i.e., for me, laissez faire. I believe in less government involvement. So don't try to put yourself on a pedestal when it's almost an everyday thing for some of us. But now, since this is being attached to a video, that said we're going to go back to it, fair use. And also, I had to re-record this because the last time I tried to put it up really quick, I couldn't hear my voice, and hopefully y'all can get the message this time. And once again, it's fair use.
Hey guys, a little bit of a work update. I have some bad news. So I'm still
Tell us about it. We are all ears over here in the studios. Tell us about your bad news.
looking for work. I'm still applying on jobs with Indeed.
I'm still looking for work too.
I'm still looking. I have so far 3 potential options, and none of them have taken off. I was hoping by last Monday that I would have a job, get it going. We would have been fine. Unfortunately, the company that I tried to get a job with screwed me over.
How did the company that you apply for screw you over? Just the question, like, did they say you were offering you a job based on a condition? Did they say something like that? I mean, you got to make sense. It said you're not selling me here.
And did not fully enclose to me everything that was going on when they were hiring me. So if they had told me from the get-go that they weren't going to go through with not just onboarding but give me a job, I probably wouldn't have applied with them, if I'm being honest. So that happened. So here's the thing. The truth is, I need help. I cannot do it.
Yeah, we know you need help. And how are you selling it to us? I mean, first and foremost,
The Rock says, go back to Supercuts and get your $5 back, jabroni.
Oh no!
there's a little savings plan right there. Because it said, yeah, them and that Flowbee. I don't know what it is with you unmelanated folks and the Flowbee hair jobs. And that's the reason why I'm glad to be nappy her and don't care.
Do this alone. My wife and I cannot do this alone. We need help. So,
Now it goes to no, you know what? Let me back out of it because I'm gonna be I'm gonna be loud and dead ass wrong involving unnecessary parties. No. Because if we're gonna take anybody to the examination room, it's gonna be guilty parties only. His significant other is not associated with the case at hand. So that would be unprofessional.
I have 2,000 subscribers. If every subscriber on
You have 2,000 subscribers. So that means after 1,000, you should be able to be monetized. And I think you get like a little bit of a base pay. I'm not sure how much it is even afterwards. Because trust me, you have much bigger channels. Yeah, let me go ahead and air them out. Fresh and fit. Oh, just pearly things. They went through those phases called demonetization. So we know that you pick up a little bit of a base pay on the 21st. Miss me with it.
this YouTube channel was to donate $1. That amount to $2,000.
$2,000. Okay, now tell us, what are you gonna do with the $2,000?
And then I'll be able to use that to take care of my wife. There's a couple options. One, I have a GoFundMe set up for this exact purpose. Second thing I have that's up and running is I have a Cash App. And thirdly, if you don't want to donate and you're just like, I don't know, an asshat, I guess, and you're like, hey, get a job like the rest of us, trust me, I'm trying.
So now you're gonna say, hey, if you want to be like the whole asshat thing, see, this is where you get caught slipping. It's called telling on yourself, and then your crowd, the same people that you're asking for $1 a person, they're gonna look at you with the side eye. Just saying, just a little bit of friendly advice.
Boy, if you don't get the fuck out my face.
I've literally been applying to temp agencies and applying to normal jobs, going on Indeed, trying to set up interviews. I'm literally.
So let me ask you a question. So if you had to be mobile and moving around, let me ask you a question. And I might be a little bit loud, but definitely not wrong. That means you would have to have access to a vehicle. Okay, so if you have access to a vehicle within a certain age, why don't you do this thing? It's called Lyft. It ain't that much money, but you putting on this help me advertisement ain't doing you any favors.
And bust my balls off while simultaneously trying to keep myself sane by working on YouTube. So,
Homeboy, you keeping yourself sane working on YouTube, but yet, where's the other income? Because you're gonna need some form of income to support this. As I said, I'm kind of glad, and you know what? Shout out to my 10 subscribers. I feel happy. I feel blessed about it. Because this is kind of a hobby. Being able to review, analyze, and maybe you see what goes through my head when I'm giving demonstrations or examples. But let's continue.
If you want to support me as a business, there's a third option where you can buy merch that I put together on my YouTube channel. It's in the link tree, and also will be all the links for everything will be in the description down below. I need help.
Yeah, we know you need help. It said you want to put like all your merch and stuff. So how about this? Why not have the concept of this thing called entrepreneurship? Because I've seen your articles through other sources. So you have like a thing for cleaning. Okay, why not be entrepreneur? Actually, I'm going to pitch this to you out of the kindness of my heart. Why? Because this shows you a simple solution, and I hope everybody can win on this. You say you have a thing for cleaning and such. You can be an entrepreneur. You can have your own cleaning business. Do you not realize that people in America are starting to become more and more disabled? Do you realize for some people it's hard for them to move? You can help them out by keeping a clean place, and you're also supporting your family. And I apologize I had to say your family, but I'm getting to the point that everybody will win. You have your own business, your wife can run the books, take care of the little one. Y'all got the money going, y'all can promote everything, and people can start word of mouth. It ain't that hard. See, I saw something that took him forever and a day in 30 seconds. Damn, I hate being right.
If you're able to, those of you who are moderators and fans, share this video with people, get me out there. If I can raise enough money to take care of my wife, we'll...
You're getting out there, just not for the reasons that you really, really, really want.
It'll buy us a little more time, but as of right now, my wife gets paid tomorrow, and she usually gets about $1,000, and $700 of it's already spoken for rent. Which means we have $300 to really work with. And I know about 100 and some odd of it has been spoken for to pay my phone bill, and then whatever left over is going to be used to take care of food, and then...
Quit playing. I didn't do this.
You spoke on your spouse's money. That's a no-no. That is a cardinal sin. I would dare my spouse to manage my money or speak on my money that is not needing to apply. We get the concept of bills, but outside of that, whatever's left over is mine.
The movie that we're going to go see, I'm not sad. So we're going to have to go to the dollar store and buy cheap food. I don't want to do that to my wife, but this is where we're at. And then the next paycheck, when it comes on the 1st, will have to be used to pay off the rest of our rent. And then it's basically paying for basic stuff right now. It's really hard right now for us, and we're doing everything we can.
Say another motherfucking word and this shit is over.
You think other people ain't struggling? Like, I just looked through that thing that would look like a kindergartner's resume, and you record in a billiards room. Most people don't really have that. Make it make sense, dude.
it's not just us apparently that's going through hard times. Yeah. Usually we have.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Is he being told what to say? I'm tripping. Give me one quick second.
Friends and people we can usually call upon. Yeah, it's not just us apparently that's going through hard times. Yeah, it's usually.
I really hope this. See, yeah, I knew my ears weren't tripping. My ears were not tripping. Yeah, is he being like, what is it, like scripted? Like he's trying to be the great value Ron Burgundy? Really?
Usually we have friends and people we can usually call upon to help us. Truth is, everyone's suffering right now.
Yeah, you usually have friends that you call upon. I mean, oh y'all need $2,000. Oh, you act like that's a bottle of Jack and a blunt. Homeboy, get it together. I'm sorry, you come at me with anything more than $100 and have no intention of paying me back. You know what? Bump it. I'm gonna write it up because I'm gonna make sure I get every penny back. Cause why? Cause that's just me.
Over here, everyone's having a hard time. Even people I know that are entrepreneurs and they're very well off are suffering right now. People I care about. And if you can help.
Homeboy, ain't you talking? I thought this was supposed to be you getting your rent taken care of. Now you trying to spread the love? See? Pick a lane, dude. That's why I can't take you seriously. Now you trying to spread yourself out and you can't even get your rent paid.
What did you say?
Yeah, I said it. So how you gonna ask everybody to contribute your 2,000 subscribers to contribute $1 a piece so you can pay your rent, and then try to advertise scriptedly for other people that they're in the same struggle that you're in? I'm sorry, they're probably going to be set for their rent. You think they thinking about yours too much? I beg to differ. Oh, and we about to hit the 2-minute warning on this. Thankfully, because this has been quite painful.
I don't like sounding desperate, but the truth is, this is.
You don't like sounding desperate? Then why are you trying to sell everybody something that I gotta say you did a pretty bum job on?
Boy, if you don't get the fuck out my face.
My only option right now, other than starting to sell my things and or prostitute myself.
What? Oh, you want to do that whole tricking thing, man?
And that short little yellow bus pulling up in front. Me. And that short.
Yeah, I know I overstated, but the fact of the matter, yo.